Okay, greetings. Here we come to the next part of our school management system. Remember, our sample name, school name is called My School. If we come to settings here, we can always change the name of our school to anything. So it's called My School. If I go here, I can see my school popping up. And remember, your school management system comes with a website. So if I should come here to view, we get the website of the school all done as we keep filling in our information. Okay, so today we're looking at how does the teacher create how does the administrator create an account for the teacher, and how does the teacher get to fill in the marks for the students right to the generation of a report card. So let's just get straight into that. So we'll come back to our account here as administrator. Remember, this account was created in the first video, but feel free, the contacts are here. Should you need your own, you can reach out on WhatsApp, or using a normal phone call you can actually reach out, and then we'll give you a test account for you to test for your school, after which if you love it you can sign up. If you don't love it, just tell us why you don't love it. So this is the same contact here, or this other contact here. So we'll go straight for the personnel account. So go for registration. These are the different teachers we'll have in. Remember, we decided to give each teacher the same name with their subject so as not to get confused, when in real life this is not going to be the situation. So the math teacher is simply called mathematics. He teaches mathematics. The English teacher is called English. French teacher is called French. You can change that. We'll try to change it so as we get a report card. So once the accounts have been created or edited, should an information be needed, you can always edit the information or maybe their password. So when we actually create the accounts of the teachers there, immediately these teachers have the link to the accounts here, which will equally be shown how to generate the links to send to teachers, which they can access directly on their mobile phones to actually fill in marks. So let's take the case of a teacher here. We had how many teachers again? We had these teachers. Let's take the case of the mathematics teacher. So all they'll do is they'll come here, choose a subject mathematics, and then they give their name. Their name here is mathematics, and then they are given a certain secret password that's highly secured, not just this one figure. And I click sign in. Now the math teacher is signed in. The math teacher can see the different classes he has been assigned to. Usually, this should be the teacher should be assigned to the classes that they teach. And two teachers teaching the same subject should not be assigned to the same class, else just one person's record to be taken into consideration. So now let's remember, before we get into filling in these marks which have been pre-filled already, let's look at our sample report card. Our sample report card told us that for the class 1 we had students A, B, C. So this field more or less is like a heading, so we can give it a different color. Let's just give it a different color here so that we can understand what we are doing. So I'll just give it a very light color. Yeah, this maybe, yeah, great. Then I could change the text too to maybe white. We can revert these changes later. So I'll come and make it dark as such. Great. As we have this, now let's move forward. So we say student A should have in their first test mark of 12, in their second test mark of 7. The average for maths is going to be 9.5. Same thing for English, same thing for French. Remember, this for the first and second sequences, and then the first term, these are the averages. So now let's see if this information is the same. So remember, the teachers who have a calendar where they can actually see the activities of the school directly. Now, we actually insisted on having a teacher's account accessed directly on mobile. So this is kind of a mobile version of what we're doing so far. So if I should take it like this is your traditional mobile phone here. So on this mobile phone, let's see what's possible and what's not possible. So when the teacher comes in, just like we had a while ago, let's look at this. They're able to see the name of their school, the subjects they are teaching. Here they're teaching mathematics, so here's their name and then name of the subject. Here's just mathematics. And then here we can see their information. So as not to get very disturbed with this name, I can rapidly come back to the administrator's account, and I say math teacher, we'll call you Mr. Mathematics, Mr. Mathematics, so that we can actually differentiate what's happening there. So update, should the teacher update this, they see me Mr. Mathematics, so here's their name and here is the subject, just as we said before. So now, Mr. Mathematics wants to go ahead and fill his marks. So he sees he has just 3 students, right? So here in English, sorry, Mathematics class 1, I can see exam marks. So I click the arrow on exam marks. When I click exam marks, it tells me that class has only 3 students. Remember, Mathematics teacher has only 3 students. Great. The other 3 students in class 1, that's what it means. Great, because he clicked on class 1. I don't know how many students are in class 2. Let's see, 0 students. Okay, so we have no business in class 2. We'll go back to class 1. In class 1, we have 3 students. And we can see the 3 students here, A, B, and C. These are the students. If I want to fill in the marks for the first sequence, test 1, all I do is I come here to sequences, and let's focus on the mobile view because this is what teachers will use more often. I will click here on the first sequence, and I say I want to see the marks. It's now going to load all the marks for sequence 1. And here we have our students A, B, C, and their marks are 12, 17, 15. 12, 17, 15. These marks have been filled up front. Yes, because if we came here and started filling the marks, it would be so boring. Yeah, and then if I come back here and I take sequence 2 and I see what are the marks, I will see the marks here are 7, 16, 13. 7, 16, 13. Great. So we just want to match what we get from our system here and what we got in Excel. So let's just see something. I'll come here. Let's say this student here had a mark of 7. Let's say this mark was changed. Remember, this is the average, and this is the class, the cumulative average for the different subjects. If this 7 was changed to 5, let's see what happens. Not only is the subject average going to change, but the total average will change too. So let's say enter. Good. So so much other information was changed right here because every cell here depends on the cells above. So if in test 2 they had 5, you see the average has changed to 8.5, and even their total average has changed to 12. That's not a big problem. We're getting to that. So once these marks have been allocated for maths for sequence 1 and 2, you can go for any of the sequences. Remember, we've uploaded these marks before so as not to get confused. This is the fifth sequence. If we come down here to the fifth sequence, we see 11, 15, 14. 11, 15, 14. When we input these marks, all we need the administrator to do is to cross-check and see how the students are doing. So I'll rush and come back to students, and in students I'll take their departments, and in their departments all I'll do is I'll choose the class I want to generate the mark sheets for. I choose here class 1. I will choose the sequences I want to see the results for. So I'll come here, I'll say, oops, something is, wait, let me refresh. Something might be going on wrong. Okay. Let me see, 1 minute. I come to students department and I try to get my sequences. What could be the issue? Let me get to this.